Hi, I'm Jeff. Enjoy this photo of my dogs from Christmas as I welcome you to another one of my videos where I take a look at all the new comic books coming out on either January 31st or February 1st, 2023. And I ask myself the question, what one new comic book would I buy this week if I could buy just one book? Well, you can already tell this video is going to be a little different this week. I don't have the time and the resources to make a proper video, so I'm doing it this way just so that I can get something out to you. So stick with me. It will promise to be a short video. First, let's take a look back at my pick from 2 weeks ago, which was House of Slaughter, issue number 11. And the question remains, was it a worthy and worthwhile pick to be my just one book pick of the week? And the answer is not really. Not really. I mean, I didn't really expect it to be a worthy and worthwhile just one book pick. It was actually pretty good. It was fine. All know I love Something is Killing the Children, and it was more in that world, but it was nowhere near as good as the issue of Something is Killing the Children that I read almost immediately after reading this one. So no, it wasn't that great. I wasn't expecting it to be that great, but it was the only book that I bought 2 weeks ago, so it was therefore my just one book pick of the week. If you're reading House of Slaughter, let me know what you think about it down in the comments. All right, let's go ahead and move forward now and take a look at the books that are coming out this week. Now, there aren't very many books that I'm super excited about, so let's just jump right into it. We're going to be talking about 4 books this week, and you know what? I don't have a pick. I have 4 honorable mentions for you, so let me just share those with you right now. The first book I want to mention to you is Where Monsters Lie, issue number 1 of a 4-issue limited series from Dark Horse Comics. Here's the description. Haven't you always wondered what slasher monsters, the masked home invasion family, the mindless unkillable monster, the serial killer trapped in a doll, what they do for those couple of years in between their murder sprees? They're at Wilmhurst, a gated community in the middle of nowhere where they relax, or try to, until they get the call to go out and kill again. Connor Hayes survived his first slasher in summer camp. A handful of years later, he barely escaped a psychopath who built torture puzzles for his victims. Since then, he's been training and planning for running into these creatures again. He's a respected special agent, and now he knows where the monsters lie, and he's planning for war. The latest creator-owned series from I Hate This Place's Kyle Starks. Okay, you know what? Points for an original idea here. It's basically about the community, the gated community that horrible monsters and killers live in when they're not doing their thing being horrible monsters and killers. That's kind of an interesting idea. It seems like it's dark and twisted and violent, but with a sense of kind of, it's a bit whimsical in the idea that there's a community of these types of people. It sounds like it could be interesting. So if you're looking for something monstery and spooky and dark and twisted that seems to fall a little bit into the fun category, I might recommend you check out Where Monsters Lie this week. The next book I want to mention to you is a new book. It is Bloodline, Daughter of Blade, issue number 1. From Marvel Comics, here's the description. Is it in her blood? Brielle Brooks is a good kid, no matter what her teachers say. It's not her fault she's developing vampiric superpowers and the undead want to brawl. And as if problems at school aren't enough, Bree's got a wild ride ahead of her. She's about to discover that she's the daughter of the infamous vampire hunter and daywalker known as Blade. Okay, so I mentioned this book not so much because I'm super excited about it. I don't really expect much key worthiness out of it. But Blade is a cool character, and they've been hyping up, Brielle Brooks here, daughter of Blade, Bloodline as she's being called. So this is just a continuation of the development of this character as being of substance and being substantial in the world of Marvel Comics. So if you like Blade, if you like vampires, but maybe if you have a younger person who you want to get into comic books who's also into vampires, but they might not be into like Blade, who might be a older generation's vampire hunter. If you have, you might send them to Bloodline. I don't know. It could be entertaining. It's just noteworthy because this is a new character, and now she's getting her own ongoing series, and it doesn't appear to be a limited series. So there we have it. More Bloodline coming your way. The next book I want to mention to you is Miles Morales Spider-Man issue number 3 from Marvel Comics. Here's the description. She's a real rabble-rouser. For years, she's schemed in the shadows. Now Rabble is finally ready to unleash an assault on everything and everyone Miles Morales loves. But why does she hate Spider-Man so dang much? What secrets from Spidey's past still stand to be revealed? To survive her, first Spidey will need to survive the Scorpion. Miles can't save everyone. Okay, so this is an interesting one. I basically am mentioning this book this week because this is the one comic book that I am buying this week. Nothing else is of a special interest to me, but I am picking this up. Now, I would have made this my just one book pick of the week, but frankly, it doesn't really have any key story elements or key spec potential or anything like that. I started picking up Miles Morales Spider-Man because I was interested in the development of this first character, this new nemesis of Miles Morales, this character named Rabble. Well, Rabble's first full appearance was in Spider-Man issue number 2, and this is Miles Morales Spider-Man issue number 2. This is Miles Morales Spider-Man issue number 3. This might be this character's first cover appearance, so there may be some spec worthiness there for that reason. But basically, like I said, it's on the list this week because it is the one comic book that I am going to be buying. I wasn't really reading Miles Morales Spider-Man until this new volume of this title. And it's good. I like it. I doubt I'll be sticking with it much longer, but it's not bad. And I would recommend it to somebody who wants to read a Miles Morales comic book. It's kind of similar to Bloodline. It's a good book maybe for a younger generation person who wants a Spider-Man that's not Peter Parker, that's more in tune with what's going on with them and is part of their generation. So there's that. All right, the last book I am going to mention to you today, once again, not a just one book pick, just another honorable mention, is a new book called Silver Surfer Ghostlight, issue number 1 from Marvel Comics. Here's the description. Tony Brooks and her family have moved into the quiet town of Sweetwater, but nothing is quite what it seems in their new home. Oh, that was Daisy barking. What mystery did Tony and her family unravel that would call upon the sentinel of the spaceways, the Silver Surfer? And just who or what is Ghostlight? Eisner Award winner John Jennings and artist Valentine Delandro introduce a new Marvel superhero over 50 years in the making. Okay, so that's what's interesting about this book this week. And in a lot of ways, frankly, I guess if I was forced under penalty of death to make a just one book pick for this week, it would probably be this Silver Surfer Ghostlight book. Almost exclusively because of the last sentence saying that the writer and the artist introduce a new Marvel superhero over 50 years in the making. Apparently, this Ghostlight character. I think this is him on the cover there of that A cover. Could be pretty cool, could be worth checking out. I have to admit, actually, the more I'm thinking about it and the more I'm talking about it, the more I'm thinking maybe I should pick up this book this week. Since it is such a light week for me, maybe this is a good book just to kind of try out and see if there is any potential value there, either from a story perspective, writing perspective, art perspective, or spec potential perspective. So yeah, it sounds like it could be interesting. Sounds like it could be cool. The covers have caught my attention. So yeah, maybe I'll check it out, and maybe you should as well. Okay, that's it. Let's go back to the picture of the dogs. Yes, there they are. Yes, aren't they cute? All right. Well, thank you so much for listening to me today. I hope this format isn't too annoying. If you hate this format, let me know down in the comments, and I will avoid doing it again. Otherwise, if you're like, you know what, this format was just as good as the other format, maybe I'll sprinkle it in more often. Anyways, thank you all so much for checking out this video. If you like it, likes are appreciated by me. And if you haven't already subscribed, do that, and blah, 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 blah. All right, I'll see you in the next video.